Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. Today we're going to be listening to one of our favorite vocalists on the channel, Floor Jansen. She is a goddess, and it is always really fun to dissect things that she sings. And she's going to be covering a song called Alone. Now, this song is normally attributed to the band Heart, to the Wilson sisters in it, but it's actually by Billy Steinberg and Tom Kelly. Now, the Wilson sisters released a cover of this song in 1987, and it just skyrocketed to the top of the charts. It was big. And then we have a series of covers done by some very famous people. In 2004, Carrie Underwood covered it on American Idol. And in 2007, Celine Dion also did a cover of it in her album Taking Chances. And it's kind of fun, a little side tidbit here that I found out. That album was produced with Ben Moody, who is a former band member of Evanescence. So today we're going to be taking a look at how Floor covers this song. Let's get to it.
I hear the ticking of the clock. I'm lying here, the room's pitch dark. I wonder where you are tonight. No answer on the telephone.
Okay. We're going to dive in right away. I want to talk about two really awesome things that Floor is doing. She's doing tons of awesome things, but I want to just point out two right away. The first is this beautiful balance in her tone quality. It's like she always has a focus point. She's got a buzz on it that is helping with the resonance. It helps it cut too. So it's like she's always got a little bit of forward placement in the sound. That helps with clarity as well. But then she has this other layer on it, which sounds like a billowing of air. And that gives it tenderness, it gives it vulnerability, and it just adds a really nice layer to the tone quality. So it sounds like she's always got like some air that's just kind of billowing back behind her sound. It's really beautiful. I love it when singers have this kind of balance in their tone quality. Another thing that I know, it's so nerdy, but I love the way she sings dark. And this is because it has an R-colored vowel in it, which can be a pain in the butt to sing. Singing through an R-colored vowel it's often thought of as just kind of an ugly sound. Sometimes it's useful to actually use to be a little abrasive, but in most cases, the correct way to approach it is to sing a pure vowel first and then add a little bit of R coloring in. So instead of singing dark, you'd sing dark. And that's what she does here. A much prettier job than I just did, of course. Let's see. Here, maybe?
I hear the ticking of the clock. I'm lying here, the room's pitch dark.
There you go. Right there. Do you hear that really beautiful ah vowel before it goes to the R? Now, most, especially Americans, really have to struggle against having R coloring in their vowels. But wow, this is like the perfect example of how to sing a gorgeous R-colored vowel, along with a really nice open ah at the front.
Here the room's pitch dark.
I love it.
I wonder where you are tonight. No answer on the telephone. And the night goes by so very slow. Ooh, I hope that it won't end though.
Both of these long extended notes, I thought it was just gorgeous how she used just the tiniest bit of vibrato. It is, she's got very good control over her vibrato. I think that comes from having some classical background as well. And here you could hear it just barely enter. Very, very nice touch on top.
Till now, I always got by on my own. I never really cared until I met you. And now it chills me to the bone. How do I get you alone? How do I get you alone?
Ooh, nice delay there on loan. That this is really a great example of Floor's amazing belt. She's got both a great chest voice and a great head voice, and she's able to essentially mix the two very nicely, very fluidly. She's able to take weight away, add weight into the voice without, it doesn't sound like it's really difficult for her, but I'm guessing she plans that out pretty specifically. I have to say, I'm really enjoying the stripped down approach here to the cover overall. It really lets us just love Floor's voice more. I'm also a sucker for piano, so really enjoy the way that they've chosen to make this cover. Now, it's interesting. You can hear, it's like there's like an extra back door that's opened up at one point. And some people will call that mixing. It's like, I'll see if I can point it out. It was right before she went into the chorus, or it was right at the beginning of the chorus. It's almost like she has a little more pharyngeal space, so kind of like space at the back of her throat, or kind of up towards the soft palate there, that just lifts and gives a little bit more and makes it a little bit easier to take some of the weight of the voice out and mix it some more.
You alone. How do I get you?
Okay.
Chills me to the bone.
Right there. Chills me to the bone. It almost sounds like she's ready to flip into head voice, but she doesn't quite do that yet. Instead, she gives it the space and almost placement of head voice, but still is singing in a very slim chest voice here. Let's go back just a little
Chills
bit.
me to the bone.
I love that. It's great control.
How do I get you alone?
It's very impressive.
You don't know how long I have wanted to touch your lips and hold you tight. Oh, you don't.
Okay, so in order to do this really fun run that she did at the end, this riff, she inserted an extra breath right before. I really like that planning on her end, because I wouldn't have expected the breath there, right? It was all in one sentence. It's you don't know how long I have wanted to touch your lips and hold you tight, right? So she put an extra breath in there, which made my ears perk up and go, what's she doing? Floor Jansen has amazing breath control. Why did she take my attention and take an extra breath right there? And it was because she wanted me to pay attention to the riff she was about to do. I love that planning. Let's go back and hear it again.
Your lips.
Ooh, a little further. How about that?
You don't know how long I have wanted to touch your lips and hold you tight.
Oh, God, that's great.
You don't know how long I've waited. I was going to tell you tonight, but the secret is still my own, and my love for you is still unknown. Alone.
I love the emotional connection she has here. I feel like the message is very strong. It's so great. So this song is essentially about a woman who has feelings for someone and wants to tell them but can't find the right moment, is sort of to get them alone to tell them about this. And you hear this longing so clearly in Floor's voice. I definitely sense that she is connected in her own way to this message, and it's just fantastic. It's really interesting to see how artists can find windows or doors into connecting to messages. Often it means that they'll replace something in the song. So maybe there's something that she wanted to talk to someone about, but just never could find the right moment to do that. Or who knows, sometimes when I just can't figure out how to connect to a song, I'll sing about Nutella. No joke. It's because I really love Nutella. So it creates all kinds of emotions, believe me. So I'm curious. I really would love to know what exactly on this day, if she could even remember what it was exactly on that day, she was thinking about when she was able to connect so strongly to these emotions. I think it's clear and wonderful and just a gorgeous connection to the message. Now let's go back and catch a transition.
For you is still unknown, alone.
Oh, nice vibrato too. Okay, yeah, more shivers. Wow. Wow, that high belt there, that was very mixed there. Oh, that was so good. I was not expecting that at all. Sometimes Floor just does things that, even though I've heard her many, many times now, she'll do something that just blows my mind. And this is one of those moments. Wow. Oh, right there. I love the way she makes that whole thing sound like a sigh at the same time. It's so great. Love the really clean runs in the middle. But her voice is not the kind of voice I expect to have really crazy high belts. You know, I would look at, sometimes you see more pop or soul singers that would sing a lot higher belty. Hers has so much texture and a lot of warmth, and it can have a lot of weight in the sound too. So it's not something I would expect to just be able to pop out a really high belted note, but obviously she's very capable of doing it. So let's listen to it again. Beautiful decrescendo there. Decrescendos are very hard to control vocally. They're one of the things that singers need to work on a lot to really continue to keep it on pitch, continue to have an even vibrato if they're doing that, which she does. I also just want to point out her mouth shape for an O vowel is really open. That's great. It helps the sound stay open and wonderful. A lot of people would do a closed like O sound, and instead hers is oh. It's almost more of an open aw in a lot of ways. It's great. A really, really great technique. Ooh, dramatic movement. That run. That's funny. I think that run was something else we picked out in the original as a guitar run, I believe. that was really cool and really catchy. And I like the way that they pulled that into the piano for this too. Oop, let's catch it one more time. Definitely video game. Look at that. Oh, Mal. Woo. Beautiful. Okay, I know we're about to have a post here, but for all of you who wonder what your mouth should look like when you're belting high, just look at Floor Jansen's mouth in the last 5 seconds here. She is giving you an example of modifying the vowel so that her mouth is more open, so that vowel it's easier to sing, but it also just sounds better. So yeah, when you belt higher, you need to modify a vowel and drop that jaw a little bit extra, and she does that beautifully right here. Let's go back and catch that, and then it looks like there's a little post-in thing here. Oh, just a piano post then. That was a really fun nod at the end. I think that was from Floor to the keyboard player, who I believe is Joost van der Broek. Van der Broek, maybe. Anyhow, I love their collaboration. I hope we get to see many more videos by them. It was great to have this stripped down cover because it let us hear Floor's vocals and the nuances so much more. Really, really wonderful there. She is just a great example of someone who is very comfortable with her technique and her voice. She's developed a technique that definitely works for her. And it's clear that she is seasoned in this as well. The resonance doesn't ever change. You always have both that forward focus and the air in the voice. And it's also great to see the way that she approaches vowels, whether it's the R-colored or vowel modification on top. I love getting to hear what she does. So thank you to all of you that recommended this video. If you want to keep making recommendations, please put those down below this video in the comments. We do track those, so know that you will be heard. And also, you can come say hello to me on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m. Arizona time for YouTube premieres. Or if you want to talk to me some more, you can find me on Patreon. Or if you want to take a course in like music appreciation or singing, you can find that at thecharismaticvoice.com. I'll see you somewhere soon.